Hello everyone. This is a more philosophical movie. Basically, when I was at secondary school, at the end, I decided to be a physicist. I wanted to do that because I wanted to understand the world. I thought, biology, that's, I'd say, a limit of chemistry. It's chemistry which is the engine, right? But chemistry is in fact the result of physics. So I thought, I'm going to start by studying physics. And so then I can understand everything. The truth is, I hardly could understand physics. So forget the rest. Okay, I did my study. It was those days that university study took 4 years, and I did it in 4 years, but they're all great facts. And still I was interested, of course, in understanding the world. One of the things I thought was, imagine you dream. You sleep, you dream. While you're sleeping and dreaming, your dream looks real. Okay, you wake up, oh, it was only a dream. But while you dreamt, it was all realistic. Could the entire life be something like a dream? Maybe I'm sleeping somewhere. Maybe my body doesn't exist. Can I prove that my body exists? Yes, I can hit it and I feel the pain, but that could happen in my dream. So I can't even prove that my body exists. Maybe we meet, you give me a hand, I feel your handshake, but I could also dream that that happens. So you can't prove that you exist to me. But wouldn't it be weird and boring? Me, the only thing existing, je pense donc je suis, but nothing of the rest? Imagine we both exist. Imagine we sit on a terrace, for instance, we drink a great Belgian beer. We can describe the beers to each other, we can describe the terrace. People pass by, we can see the same people. So, imagine that we both dream, our dreams are consistent. Then we need a mechanism that makes those dreams consistent. I define this mechanism as God. I think this is a very powerful idea. Imagine now that, for instance, I have special authorizations from God. I can walk on water. Maybe we can do that, right? It's no problem if it's just all a dream. It allows me to understand a lot. Maybe some people can read thoughts. We're all dreaming anyway. Maybe it's possible. I don't claim to be able to read thoughts, let that be clear, but I'm wondering, why am I scared of spiders? But imagine when you die, later you come back in the same dream but in another body. And who says not a fly? Maybe in the past I've been a fly a few times, and maybe already a few times I got caught in a spider web. And I have great eyes, I see the spider come, no problem. And I feel when it bites me, I feel the pain. And then the slow working poison that's gonna eat my interior slowly. I think it's a horrible death. Maybe I was a fly a few times. Okay, that's a philosophical thing. Of course I can't prove it, but nobody can prove it's not right, I think. Let's become physicists again. As humans, we think we live in a Newtonic world. By this I mean, we see the things on our scale, we understand the laws of thermodynamics. You sit under a tree, the apple falls, you can calculate how fast the apple will go, hit your head, and so forth. Right? The normal things we do, the earth turning around the sun, we think we can all explain via the laws of Newton. But if we look very carefully, we'd see they're not completely right. And so last century we had smart people like Einstein, and he came with a theory that seems more correct. The relativity theory. Maybe you've heard something like energy is mass multiplied with c squared, and c is the speed of light. So there seems to be a link between mass and energy. Weird things happen, in fact, but if we kind of leave our Newtonic scale. Imagine you want to go very fast. Now, not very fast, not 300 kilometers per hour, but I'm talking about speeds like speed of light, 300,000 kilometers per second. So imagine we go very fast, we try to approach that speed. What's going to happen? We need to increase your energy. That's our Newtonic idea, right? So we increase energy. Instead of going much faster, we're going to become heavier. Our mass increases and our time will go slower too. Weird. Not understandable in our Newtonic way of thinking, but seems to be correct. The theory of Einstein. Let me make it even worse. More difficult to understand with our Newtonic ideas. Imagine we go to the very small. Imagine I take a microscope to look at me. We'd see cells, we'd see molecules. Molecules are made out of atoms. Atoms, when they draw an atom at school, they draw a ball, which is the kernel of the atom, and they draw other balls around, which are the electrons. Newtonic vision of something. But very wrong. Electrons are not balls, and the kernel probably also not. Electrons, let's do their experiments. You could shoot electrons from one place to another, from one plate to another. Imagine you put a wall between the two plates and you have one opening in the wall. You'd see, like with cannonballs, I'd say, a nice heap, a Gaussian curve of the electrons coming on the other side. Great, so balls. Imagine we make two walls. Then you get a very weird interference pattern. And you can never say via which hole the atom went, the electron went. Waves. Very strange. So no balls, definitely no balls. Probably the same is valid if you look at the kernel. There is a link between to energy. You always find smaller and smaller basic particles. But it seems like there is no real particles. It's not like balls. Weird, huh? Did you ever hear about neutrons? But they fly. You think I'm quite one part, right? Earth seems to be one big thing, but neutrons fly through it without interacting with it. So things can fly through us without us noticing it. So we're not that solid as we think, that's clear. I don't really have a link between my philosophical answer and what I see with physics, but what I do know is that if I look at physics, definitely our Newtonic vision we have is very wrong. It may more point to the philosophical story. Anyway, I guess stuff to think about. Bye.